Hey guys, welcome to the Bitcoin video today. It's about 11 a.m. on June 2nd. And of course, I do want to take a look at a few things today. It's very interesting developments today. And I want to talk about what happened yesterday. I want to talk about, some of the indicators that we use to identify the market trends. And of course, I want to take a look at, what's going on and what I think is going to be happening next. But before I get into any of this, of course, this is not financial advice, I'm not your financial advisor. You are responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. I'm just giving my opinion on the market. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. Let's get in here and take a look and see what this looks like. But actually, before we do, let me get this all set up over here. All right, so I've got to move my window around a little bit here. It kind of moved on me. So let's get this moved over here. Get this nice and perfect. All right, good deal. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. So first off, I talk about the indicators quite a bit. I talk about the indicators that our insured members have access to, and we talk about the importance of the 12-hour. Okay, so I want to highlight the importance of the 12-hour before we get too deep into this. And again, I'm not trying to say come to my Discord and come, pay a monthly fee to me or anything like that. And just for the record, for the last 2 months, I've been donating all of those proceeds to charity anyway, and I may continue doing that, in the foreseeable future. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I mean, there's obviously a lot of turmoil going on in the world, but all right. So first off, let's forget about everything that we hear on Twitter. Let's forget about everything that we see in social media. We've got all these people are talking about, bulls and everything, and it's just, it's just really irritating when you have a large consensus among users. They're usually wrong, right? But the charts don't lie. The charts don't lie, and no indicator is perfect. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, you go on all in on trades and you're going to make money, because that's not how trading works. You have your probability, you have your proper position sizing, you have all of these things you have to put in together when you're trading, and then you get put into a high probability trade. Now, let's just take a look at this. We had the 12-hour cross bullish back here, okay? 12-hour cross bullish back here. Where did it cross bearish? Right here. And I know it's hard to see that. All right, let me make this a little bit bigger. I know it's hard to see this in the chart, but let me just kind of zoom in on here and just show you guys how important that this is. You see the bright green? This is when we flipped bullish. All right, we had a lot of chop. Probably a lot of people probably would have gotten stopped out here, but you don't oversize yourself, because then you start sweating. All right, then here it crossed bearish. Okay, so that was good. Where did it cross bullish again? It crossed bullish again. Let's just find it here. We had, just trying to find right here. It's a very small candle where we crossed bullish again, right there. Okay. I'm trying to see if we had any false signals, and it does not look like we did. Okay, so buy, sell. Buy. Where did we cross bearish again? Let's just go back here and take a look. All right, now we're zooming in. It's going to be easier to see. Right here. Sell. All right. Buy. Sell. All right, so here we are. Buy. Right here. All right, so if you were short, you probably lost money on this. But look at how many winners you had before. You had 1 winner, 2 winners, 3 winners, and significant winners as well. This one, not so much. The second trade, not so much, but look at the third trade. Look at the first trade, okay? And then let's take a look at what we just had happen. So we had a buy, and it's very hard to see because of the body on this, but this right here was the sell, okay? So this was over an hour before the major dump, all right? It's hard to see it, but that is a red candle. Let me just go ahead and zoom in on that candle so you can see it, okay? You really can't see it because this body, it opened at 251.80 and it closed at 251.80, so it literally had 1 hour of no movement. Okay, and then we had some downward pressure here on the next hourly candle, and then significant downward pressure on the next one. All right, so I mean, nobody predicted that this was going to happen, right? I've been talking for the last 2 days about the top being close. I don't prefer to say the top is in, because if I did that yesterday, well, then, the price would have gone up and everybody would have been like, oh, look, you're wrong, ha ha, whatever. All right. Um, but nonetheless, I do think that the top was near. The top was near. I mean, look at what we have done since March 13th. Let's just go back here and see. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is significant. Now, what I'm not getting too caught up in. Let me move to a 3-hour time frame so we have some other stuff in here. I've got a lot over to the left. I don't really want to show here. But what I don't want to get too caught up in is an extreme bearish bias, because really, in the grand scheme of things, this is insignificant. This dump is really insignificant. Let's just take a look at it from this perspective right here. All right, let's just move left and see. We literally just tested this breakout, right? We had some resistance. We tested the breakout just now. So I'm not convinced that we are extremely bearish. I bought Ethereum just now at about I think it was 227. I can go back to the Discord because I alerted it on there. 227 exactly is when I got in. I mean, we're at 234 right now. I could get out right now and make a little bit of profit. Not bad. But something that Used Underwear said on the server. He's not interested in knife catching. I completely agree. I'm treating this as a scalp. If it continues going, that's great. I'm going to be moving my stop up. I currently do not have a stop loss, so if this thing falls in the middle of me broadcasting, then I guess I'm just going to get screwed. But I'm going to set a good stop loss, probably at 228, 229. I mean, insignificant profit at that point, but I'm just going to keep moving my stop up as the day goes by. And the reason why, again, we have a test right here, a bullish retest of this, and it's very, very possible that this just could continue moving up. We're at 234.50 when we had a pretty significant low. But again, in the grand scheme of things, that dump, although it looks atrocious, I mean, I'm sure if I move to a 3-minute time frame and I zoom out into this, I mean, yeah, that looks freaking terrible. That looks terrible. And it looks like we're doing a bearish retest here, actually, on that level, based on where we have some support here, some support here. So, if we can't overtake this level here at 235, probably we'll get out. I'll probably get out. But this looks really bad on a 3-minute time frame. But I mean, if you go to like a 3-hour time frame where we were at before, I mean, this is really an insignificant dip. This is insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. And sorry, I apologize. This is a Bitcoin video, and here I am talking about Ethereum. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and see what has happened with Bitcoin, because very, very similar. Let me just kind of get out of this mode here. I'm going to clean up this chart just a little bit while we're in here. Again, all of the charting that I do most of the time is real time. I don't really have any interest in fabricating things ahead of time. But again, let's take a look at this. We've got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1. Then we have an ABC into a 2. Then we've got a nice move up into the 3, 4, and then we've got a 1, and then potentially this was the 2. Okay, this could potentially have been the 2. Now let's go ahead and dive in just a little bit deeper. Hey Todd, how are you doing? Let's dive in a little bit deeper. So this is our 3, and then we have our 4. Okay, so 3, 4, and then we're working on, is this the 5? I don't know if this is the 5 yet. I mean, after the drop that we have had, it's possible, but it's also very possible that this was a 1, and then we just completed a 2 on an expanded flat. We had been looking for an expanded flat. We had been talking about 85, 8600. We've been talking about that for, gosh, for days. We've been talking about us coming back down here. And, and I'm not really actually sure if BitMEX actually went down to 8600. I know TradingView says that it did. I'll have to go back and just verify this before I say that, 8600 hit. I'm not sure if it did. But we were taking a look at an expanded flat scenario as an alternate. Okay, so we've got we've got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a nice completion of this move here, which could have finished this expanded flat move. So again, this would have been an A, a B, and then moving down to a C. And again, this is based on the 1 and then A, B, C into the 2, which means we go significantly higher from here. Okay, which is one of the reasons why I was interested in buying. Let's just take a look and see what kind of technical move we have behind this. Okay, so if this was the top here, let's just get this perfect, then we have this move down here into the A, and then A, B, C into this B. Okay, and then, you know, we kind of flew through. We didn't quite hit this 1618. If this actually comes down here, it seems a little more logical for this to be true, okay? So, you know, a lot of times we don't know what the charts actually look like until it has happened. What I don't like is that this was a 5-wave move up. It looks like it was a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, and then likely this is an A, B, C into the 4. 1, 2, I'm not going to get into crazy subdivision, 3, 4, 5 into the 5. That seems logical for that to be the case. And again, just kind of taking a look at this right here, a nice A, B, C to finish that move, and then to finish the 4 and then go up for the 5 for the target. As far as the retrace goes, you know, we've already extended beyond, or actually right almost exactly to this bottom right here. So a nice test, a nice double bottom test here for this. So possible that this was the bottom and then we're going to continue going up, maybe testing that 11,500, which we have also been talking about. So Dan's mad. I think you're saying that 93.56 was the low. So that would also be highlighting the importance that I outlined yesterday at 9,300. I was also talking about 9,300 also being very important. So if we didn't go all the way down to this 8,600 like TradingView is showing us, then also that 9,300 was also an important level, which I still have highlighted on here. So again, if it did go down to that level, let's just go ahead and pull this out and see. So if we do a fib retrace, and actually let me move to a different exchange. I'm going to go to Coinbase here. And I've got some stuff on here. Yeah, oh gosh, look at this. Look at this. This is perfect. Okay, so we outlined this also yesterday, looking at the 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, this is going to have to actually be moved up 5 up here. Okay, so we were outlining this. We're going to remove this ABC because that move didn't finish. So move this over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have a nice move down, or at least the beginnings of a move down. We did bounce right off of this perfectly. And let's pull this up here to where we had our dominant pivot high and see where we came down to. We came down almost to the 618 perfectly. Okay, so this is good. That was at about 92.80. So let's just pull this. We'll get a nice, good precision on that. I would say this is valid for a retest of the 618. So that would be a nice, nice retest there. So if this was a 1, and then we're pulling back down here for the 2 now, I would say that we're probably going to be testing where's our upside target for this, you know, 10,900. Very possible that we go up there and test 11,000. Very possible that we do go up that high. So again, I'm not going to get extremely bearish quite yet. This is reminding me in some ways of what the charts looked like in March of 2019, so a year ago. This is looking very similar. We had a nice move up and a significant move down, significant on shorter time frames, but again, looking at the wider view, it's really insignificant. That drop was really insignificant. So it is very, very possible that we do continue higher, right? That drop looked really bad, but don't get too bearish quite yet, because more than likely, this was a way to get the over-leveraged buyers above 10,000 to be squeezed out of their position. When you see a candle like this, you get scared and you get out of your position that you may be in. But again, if you got in, you know, again, looking at our indicators, the last real buy signal that we had was right back here at about 8,800. Okay, if you were at 8,800, you may have gotten stopped out. You got scared here. But again, going back to that 12-hour, we were talking about the 12-hour on Ethereum. Let's take a look and see what happened at the 12-hour on Bitcoin. Okay, we had the 12-hour cross right here. So if you weren't in a position, you could have gotten in right here at 88.83. The sell signal came in over here. Whoops. Sell signal came in right here at about 9,600. Buy signal came in right back here. And this was yesterday. We had a buy signal come in. This was at about 8 o'clock in the morning, it would appear. And that again was at about 95.55. Now we saw the sell signal come in right after the pump. The candle immediately after the pump, we had a sell signal, okay? So you could have gotten out of that trade at $10,125. I mean, I'm looking at this and it's pretty much just telling me just follow the 12-hour and then you can make it. Follow the 12-hour and you're good. Again, it doesn't always work out this way, all right? So let me see if I can find something where it didn't work out. So we have basically a sell signal right here, and then a buy signal right there, and then you see the drop and you're like, oh no, this is it, I'm losing money. But then you had the sell signal come in right here, and then what happened? After that sell signal kicked in, then it fell down. And that was a tricky one. I remember this one because I remember thinking to myself, all right, well, the sell signal is coming in, but this is a bullish pennant. So how on earth is it triggering a sell? Because this is bullish. Look at this. I mean, we've got A, B, C, D, E. This is going up. Why is the sell signal kicking in? Well, look at what happened. Look at what happened. And then the next buy signal didn't kick in until 88.86. Okay, so again, opportunity to sell right here at 97.66, opportunity to buy all the way down here. So again, I'm not going to get too overly bearish just quite yet. The buy that I have on Ethereum is just a scalp from 226, I believe it was again. 227 is when I've got my buy on Ethereum. If this continues falling and Ethereum doesn't overtake some significant levels, I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out. It is what it is. This is how trading works. So again, I think that's all that I really wanted to say. If we take out 9,300, then I believe we are going to be moving back down to this level down here, 85, 8,600. I think that's still a very real possibility that we do move down lower. But for right now, this looks like a golden zone test, and it wouldn't surprise me if we came back down here to this level. So, just be careful. Especially if you're doing any kind of leverage trading. Right now, I'm in no leverage. I believe here. Let me pull up the chart. I am at 0.92x leverage. I didn't even put in all of my capital into that long position on Ethereum. So I'll be happy to get out of that position in profit if I need to. So I'm going to go ahead and bounce. But guys, thanks for watching the video. I wanted to keep this quick, kept it under 20 minutes, a little longer than I really wanted to. But again, if this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share. If you want access to our Discord server, just throw in a comment here in the YouTube chat. I'll be more than happy to get an invite code out for you. And as a shout out to my good friend Primal on the Discord server, this is my final comment for today. Take care, everyone.